Welcome back to the Maggie and Perloff show here on Radio Row, New Orleans. Super Bowl 59 is just days away. And Perloff, football, it's not the only kind of football.
Oh, no.
American football, we're not alone in this sport. In fact, the real football, of course, is what we call soccer. And we're pleased to be joined by a legend in the game. Sami Khedira won a World Cup championship with the German national team in 2014. You played for Juventus. You played for Real Madrid. It's such a pleasure to be talking with you. You're here on behalf of the FIFA Club World Cup, which is coming to the United States this summer. It's kind of a warm-up for the World Cup, Pearl, that I know you know.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to the U.S. in 2026, U.S., Canada, and Mexico. But let's do FIFA Club World Cup first.
Awesome.
Sami, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, we heard you're a really big football fan, American football fan. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about leading up to a big game. You won a World Cup with Germany in 2014. These two teams, the Eagles and the Chiefs, are about to play in the Super Bowl. How did you prepare to play in the world's biggest stage where hundreds of millions of people are watching you? You knew it would be a career-defining moment.
Well, that's a good question. On one hand, the preparation is months or years before, because every day of training, handling setbacks, handling the pressure. But if it comes to the big stage, it's just like trying to enjoy the moment and not to put like too much pressure, because the whole world is looking at you and expecting a lot of you. That's why it's like the enjoyment. But on the other hand, it's like to handling that kind of pressure, to believe in yourself, to believe in your skills, and to believe in your teammates.
We're here at Super Bowl weekend. You're not at the game yet, but how would you compare the atmosphere around what you're seeing now in the Super Bowl around, say, the World Cup?
I think that kind of events like the Super Bowl, the Club World Cup, or the World Cup next year, it's what we did in the past as a youth, and the youth teams as a little kid, what we dreamed for. So that's like the stage where we'd like to show up. Everybody's watching you. The people makes really special. So the people who are going in the stadium, following you on social media, catching you up on the street. So then you know that you're on the right track. So the people around the game, not just the staff, but also the supporters, the fans, families, that makes really special.
Sami Khedira is our guest. He's here on behalf of FIFA. The Club World Cup is happening this summer, June 14th to July 13th of this year, and it's going to be stars: Erling Haaland, Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe. They're all the big guns are coming here. How did you get into American football? Because we know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I am, and honestly, we've been here with Real Madrid, who also be a part of the Club World Cup this summer for our international tour in Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Washington, and we watched a football game, and I had no idea what happens because I didn't understand the rules. It was super boring. But then, 8 years ago, a friend of mine, he introduced me to the game and explained me the rules and the playbooks, and step by step I got into it, and now I'm a big fan, a huge fan, and I really love it because it's like emotion, the tactical skills, but also you can see that guys, they are huge, they are fast, the physicality, it's quite impressive.
When you watch it with your friends, you have to explain the rules, though, because it is a big rule book.
It is, but to understand that it's you need a first down, it's 10 yards, and you play 11 against 11, but what is a quarterback, what is a tight end, what is a running back? So to understand a bit better the position, and then it's at first you just see these huge, strong guys, but it's so tactical, and you need a super mind behind that, and that was impressed me a lot because it's compared to football. More or less the same, because you need the physicality, you need strong and fast players, but you need also the brain behind that.
Yeah, we saw that you were at an international game, right? The game in London, and we now know that there's going to be a game in Australia. We were talking to a friend of ours who thought Berlin would be a great place to host a permanent international team, which we know is probably going to be coming in the next couple years. You're from Germany. What do you think? Would Berlin be open to that? Why do Germans love football?
A lot. So, as you mentioned, I've been in London for the international games, and so I've been in the tube. And so, if you're in London, I can go to the tube and nobody recognized me. But then, I was looking around, a lot of Germans. So that means a lot of Germans went to London to see the international games. But now we had in Frankfurt and Munich, the games, great atmosphere. But friendly speaking, Munich and Frankfurt are super nice cities, but Berlin is our capital. So it's a perfect fit and a huge stadium, a historical city. So I hope that a lot of Americans coming over and to see the historic part of Germany.
You know, it's funny, the NBA and baseball to a large degree have really expanded the number of international players. Do you think that enough kids are playing in Germany and in other countries that we might start seeing a lot more European players or players from other countries in the NFL?
It's at the end, it's all about the offer, and it's all about what the visibility. So if you never stick into, I don't know, American football, so how you can play,
Yeah.
you never fall in love with that. So, but now we have more and more German stars who are playing in the NFL, or Markus Kuhn, Sebastian Vollmer, or like friends of mine who are play these games in NFL and transmit it into the European world or the German world. So yeah, I guess that more and more, like also I'm fighting that the kids playing soccer, but also if they're not good, if they're not good enough, or like maybe too heavy or too strong, well then it's also they can join American football. It's just the offer getting like more wide, not just in compared to tennis, football, or soccer and handball. So yeah.
Oh, well, man, have you ever seen European handball? It is dope. I don't know why it hasn't caught on in this country. Sami Khedira is with us. You can get more information at FIFA.com for the FIFA Club World Cup.
So have any of your friends said, you know what, why don't you come out and try kicking? Because there have been European kickers. Have you ever thought, I want to try that?
I tried once, but I think like there are some other guys, some of my teammates, they are better in kicking than myself. I was like strong and running, but maybe I have the legs for kicking, but I never tried. But it's fun. I can say that, yeah. But warm up quite well before you're kicking.
Yeah, very much. Sami, a couple more questions for you. You know, Mauricio Pochettino is now taking over the U.S. men's national team. For people who maybe aren't familiar with him, we're kind of getting to know him. How would you describe him? Is there like an NFL coach that maybe is like Mauricio Pochettino? Not to put you on the spot.
I don't know, but I never worked with him or trained with him, but what I can say about him, that he's super humble human being, and he has a great strategy, and he can transmit like his feelings, his emotions into a team. So and that translates to your team, to the US team, and to the World Cup 26. It's a huge advantage because he knows the European football, but he's a South American Argentina guy, so he does speak English quite well. So he has the emotions, and that's I think a good combination of all that you have that kind of coach and not just an American guy.
I'm curious if we can do some like player comps. We'll try this. We'll see if it works. So like Cristiano Ronaldo, do you see him as like a football player? Is he like Patrick Mahomes? Is he a little more like Tom Brady? A little more like, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers?
My point of view, Cristiano Ronaldo is not a quarterback.
Yeah.
So he's like, he can run super fast, jump. He's an athletic guy, so maybe he's more like a running back or
wide receiver, maybe.
Wide receiver, yeah.
Okay, what about Messi? Lionel Messi, he's a little bit more, well, also like he's a scorer, but a little more like a quarterback, or is there a comp there?
Yeah, maybe a kind of quarterback who was like even getting a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a little mobile quarterback.
But he's like translate to soccer. I played many times against him. He's super difficult to tackle him. Even if you tackle him, like he's just running his way. So you cannot even trying to get him to the floor. It's quite difficult.
So he's like Saquon Barkley of the Eagles, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe not that fast, but quick, yeah.
I think we're stretching a little. But one other thing is, what's at stake in this game for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs is if he wins, and he wins 3 Super Bowls in a row, the comparisons to Tom Brady, who we all kind of agree is the greatest quarterback of all time. Now Mahomes could be really creeping up. Maybe some people would even think they're equals. For Ronaldo and Messi, this is like the soccer version of this debate. Who's the greatest ever?
Yeah, if you're speaking.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, it's Cristiano Ronaldo because I played with him 7 years. I'm closer to him, but I do respect a lot Lionel Messi, and I think it's you can discuss this one for ages. Yeah. So it's maybe like the same with Tom Brady. Well, he had like 7 rings, right?
Yeah.
So and Mahomes, it's still has a few years to go, and a great team and a great coach and a great society behind him. But at the end, they're ambassador of the game, and then everybody can discuss by their own. If you ask older people, they're going for Pelé or Maradona or Zidane. So now in this generation we have Cristiano and Messi. The same you have in the sport with Montana,
Michael Jordan and LeBron.
Michael Jordan, and now we have Brady and Mahomes. So it's quite good that we have this kind of exceptional players.
Yeah, we debate Michael Jordan versus LeBron all the time.
You got a thought on that one?
For me, it's Michael Jordan.
Yes.
There you go. Sami Khedira, of course, you're a legend, winning the World Cup for Germany in 2014, Real Madrid, Juventus. On behalf of the FIFA Club World Cup, June 14th to July 13th, to get that right, you can go to FIFA.com for more information. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.